Hi there, YouTube family. Okie dokie, we're on to part 3 of the 2017 favorites of mine. I am loving doing these videos for you guys. I have had so much fun gathering up my very favorite products of the year, and I just couldn't wait to bring them to you because I've got some fantastic things here for you guys. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by clicking the red button below and hit the little bell icon so that you can be notified of any future videos that I might be having. So let's get into these products. The first thing that I want to talk about is you have to prime your eyes. I got this little tiny tube of this stuff called Thank Me Later from Elizabeth Mott in either a glossy box, a boxy charm, something like that this year. And you guys, yeah, I thanked her later. This stuff is so amazing and so good. But this is by far the best eyeshadow base primer that I have ever used, ever. It keeps your shadow on all day long, and that is not an exaggeration. It is so good. You know what else I like about it is that on YouTube you will see a lot of makeup people do the dusting of the powder across the eyelid before you go on with your eye look, but eyeshadow primer was made to hold your eyeshadow on. So if you already have a layer between your eyeshadow primer and your actual eyeshadow, you're going to lose some of that eyeshadow through the day. This stuff, instead of being tacky, it actually dries down fairly quickly. You do have to wait a minute or two for it to dry down, but it actually does dry down, so you don't have something tacky that you have to take care of before you start your eyeshadow look. So I love that. I love that you can just go right in. That way you have more lasting power with your primers. So yes, definitely. The next thing I want to talk about are some brows. This year, I discovered the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, and I wear it in taupe. And I really like this. I was using different pomades, and I did like them very much. But guess what? They definitely didn't have the wear time that this one does. I just like how long this wears. I have pretty good eyebrows already, but they have a funky shape to them. So I really need to kind of, take care of the shape and, make sure the shape is nice to them. And this holds them in place and I don't have to worry about it all day. The other one that I want to talk about is the Maybelline Brow Define Duo. I really like this, you guys. I like that it has a little bit finer of a tip on the one end, but what I really do like also about it is that there is powder on the other end so that you can brush in there and fill in any holes that you might have in your eyebrows. Just really have been enjoying this one. This one is in soft brown. I wish that they did have a taupe color in this one, but I didn't see one. But this is a really nice product. I have been using this one for a couple years. I've repurchased it several times, so this one I really do like. The next thing that I want to show you is the Benefit Highbrow. This is just a pencil that is kind of flesh toned, a little bit pinker, but I use this almost every time I do my eyebrows to kind of give this a little bit of height right up there, because as we age, we know that this part of our eye kind of droops down and we get that hooded eye, right? Well, this helps to bring a little bit of life up in there by the brow and kind of, a little bit of a brightening effect up there. This has lasted me a really long time. So definitely like that. Now from NYX, you guys have heard me talk about this. If you've ever watched me do any of my tutorials, you have seen me mention the NYX Multitasker, this little tube of it. This stuff is magic. Absolute magic in a tube. All it is this little clear gel that you can use for so many things. You can use it to set your eyebrows if you want to on a brush. You can use it to make your own custom eyeliner out of any eyeshadow that you have. So if you're doing a look and you don't have an eyeliner that matches that eyeshadow look, you put a tiny little drop on the back of your hand, mix in some eyeshadow. Duh, you got custom eyeliner right on the spot. You can also use this as a mix-in to any blush, and you can make a custom lip color. Instead of just being a lipstick that would wipe off, it actually does stain your lips. So there are a dozen things that you can use this for, and I love this little product. Plus this little tube is only a few dollars, so you have so much power in this little tube. So pick yourself up some of this up and then watch some of my eye tutorials and go back and see how I used it as an eyeliner. You will really love it, I promise. Now I want to talk about eyeliners themselves. I either wear black or I wear flesh tone on the inner rim of my eyes. And I have two that I absolutely love. This one is the Gel Eye Pencil Waterproof from Essence. It is just a regular black eyeliner, but what I like about it is an automatic eyeliner. You don't have to go in and sharpen it. I love that about it, but it seems to have a great staying power. Every bit as good as the Urban Decay 24/7 in your waterline, which we all know that waterlines don't last all day when you put something in there. So, but this does a really good job of it. The other one that I have is the Rimmel Scandalize, and this one is just, this might be the Exaggerate. I don't know. Anyway, this one is in nude. This is also an automatic one that you don't have to sharpen. But this is so very creamy and it goes down so easily into that inner rim. I really, really love this one. It has just been one of those ones that on those days when I feel like my eyes are bloodshot, I put that in the inner rim and I just feel like it just gives life to my eyes. This one has also been my very favorite felt tip eyeliner. This is Man Eater from Tarte. I love this thing, you guys. This little tip on there, that little felt tip, is very bendable, but not too bendable, if that makes sense. When I was using the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I really did like that, but it was a little bit too stiff. This one has enough of a bend that you can go across the eye in just such smooth motions, and it does really last all day, and I love that about it too. And it is black matte, so I don't do winged eyeliners, but if you do, you might want to look into this one. You might really, really like it. The last thing I want to talk about with eyeliners is the Marc Jacobs highliners. These come in mattes and then they come in his regular ones, and he does have like a shimmer in there, and then he just has a straight regular eyeliner. These are so smooth, so buttery, and they are waterproof, and I use these all the time. My two favorites are Jazzberry and Fine Wine, just two outstanding colors that have not done me wrong at all. But once they dry down, you don't have any more work time with them. So make sure that once you put them on, you go ahead and you smudge them out or do whatever you need to do. And then you have a waterproof eyeliner. Love that. Okay, let's talk some shadows, baby. I love eyeshadows. You guys know how much I do. This year for me, the only singles that I really bought that I absolutely love are the LA Color Duo Tone eyeshadows. And Emily Noel did a complete video on these, and you guys, these are so good. They are buttery, they're creamy, they blend like crazy. Usually one side will have a matte and then the other side will have a shimmer, but some of them they just have just mattes, and some of them have just shimmers. They're so pretty, and they just, I can't imagine that these were only like $3 a piece, because they are fairly big pots, but look at the color payoff on those, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? So yes, I had to order these online, but I'm sure that there are stores around everybody else that carry these, but I don't have any. I wish they were in the little round pots that I could put in a Z palette. I would do that in a heartbeat, but I love those, you guys. They're so good. So I know you guys know that I am an absolute palette junkie. I love palettes. I love everything about them. I can't hardly pass one up without buying it. One of my favorites this year has to be the Soph X palette from Makeup Revolution. I did have to order this from the Tam Beauty site that is over in the UK, but at the time they had free shipping to the United States with $40, and it's easy to spend $40 on there. But look at these colors, you guys. Aren't they just spectacular? They're so, so pretty, and they are smooth and creamy and blendable. And there is mattes, there's satins, there's shimmers. They just are so great and so beautiful. And you can make dozens and dozens of looks out of that. It just is one of those ones that I fell in love with this. Makeup Revolution hit it out of the park again. And I feel like 2017, besides being the year of the highlight, was also the year of the palette. I mean, everybody was getting into all kinds of palette things. And for me, I fell in love with Juvia's Place palettes. My very first one was the Masquerade palette. I love this one particularly because it has your neutral colors up here and then your standout colors down here. And I am wearing this one on my eyelids today. I'm actually wearing several colors in here, and I did an ombre eyelid look with this one. And hopefully you guys can see that pretty good, but love this. You guys, Juvia's Place is one of those ones that when I got it, I was like, these can't be that good. How can they be that good? They're such a good quality. And you know, when you're talking standout colors, they are absolutely gorgeous. They're just amazingly buttery, and the shade range, oh my word. I cannot say enough good about Juvia's Place. I'm going to be bringing you guys all of my Juvia's Place palettes so that you can see what I have and you can kind of get an idea of what you might want to order from them, because it can get a little bit confusing with all of their palettes that they have. But this one right here, this is my absolute very favorite one. This is called the Nubian 2. And I love this thing, you guys. You look at it and you go, well, it looks kind of boring, except for there's a couple of pop of colors. But there is this cranberry in here. There is like this deep, deep, dark eggplant purple. And then the forest green. There's just so many amazing colors in here. And then the mattes, they do mattes so well. The pigmentation is beyond anything I have seen in a long time. These shadows are right up there with Makeup Geek and Anastasia Beverly Hills, the ones that you get in the single pans. They're right up there with those. I love these. These palettes are made for women of color, so they're not afraid to use color. They have a ton of color in them, so you need so very little when you're using them. And I haven't been disappointed. I've bought every palette that's come out this year, whether it was limited edition or not. I've bought them and I've absolutely loved them. I cannot say enough good about Juvia's Place. It's one of those ones that just hit me between the eyes, and I stalk their website now because I absolutely love everything that they do. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about is some mascara. I have to tell you that my very favorite mascara of all time still is the Benefit They're Real. This thing, the magic little wand on here, I don't know if any of you guys have never seen this before. I will show it to you, but that wand, there is just something very, very magical about it. It has this fanned out effect on the bristles on the tip, and they catch every single hair on your bottom lashes, and it separates, it lengthens, it makes your eyelashes look fuller, it holds a curl. For me, this is my holy grail, and it probably will always be. I try so many mascaras throughout the year, and a lot of them go back to the store, but this one I always go back to because it is just my very, very favorite. Now, a couple of years ago, Kathleen Lights turned me on to the Kiko Milano Extra Sculpt Mascara. And this one has a wand very much like the Better Than Sex mascara of Too Faced, and so it's kind of got an hourglass shape. And this one builds a ton of volume and length. It doesn't take a lot to build it up. If you just get on their websites, it's $15 normally, but I get this for $4 all the time on their website because I'm on their mailing list. And then one that I just kind of came across and discovered is a waterproof one from Catrice, and it is their Rock Couture waterproof extreme volume 24-hour waterproof. Now what I love about this is that even though yes it seems waterproof, it's not hard to take off, and I really do like that. Plus it gives a lot of volume, it builds very well, just like I want from a mascara. So really did like that one as well. All right, you guys, that is it for my favorite eye products of 2017. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Do you guys have any that you're loving and that you're enjoying that you'd like to tell me about? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section below. And I have one more video to go in my yearly favorites, which is lips and something else. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. I love you all very much. Take care. Bye-bye.